And welcome to another edition of the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. The Springboard Hangout is your fun-educative program where we have fun and talk about issues that concern us. And you know, Springboard Hangout is a program that was initiated by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Ghana Grows program. Ghana Grows was initiated by the Mycocostuff Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. As you know, on the Fun Hangout, we do have fun, but we also have very, very insightful discussions. Today's discussion is about inclusion, focusing a very strong eye on the issue of disability inclusion in the Ghanaian society. I have here two remarkable gentlemen. Their stories of resilience, of staying the path, is something that will inspire you, but then also make you ask yourself the question, what am I doing to push forward the agenda of more than 3 million people in Ghana who are persons with disability? It's an interesting program, and I believe that you will stay around to learn about how you can be more inclusive in your approach, intentional in your approach, and very importantly, ensure that your brother or sister who may be a person with disability gets a better chance in life. We're going for a quick break. When we return, it's a conversation with Mr. Alex and Mr. Elisha. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hi, this is Albert, and it's just a joy to present on behalf of Comfort and I our latest, hottest, and freshest book number 29, and it's on 10 times better. For the past year or so, we've been reflecting on this topic through various seminars, interactions, coaching sessions. And the whole idea is for an individual to dare to become 10 times better in a year using the Daniel principle. And just because success cannot be achieved overnight, we've broken down the ideas into 366 ideas or tips that you can use one day at a time to transform your life in a year. I'm very impressed by the number of corporate executives, individuals, leaders that have reached out, students that have reached out since the book came out and procured copies, sometimes more than one, to give out to their friends. The whole idea is this: we just have to rise together. So this is your chance, this is your moment. Get this book, 10 Times Better by Albert and Comfort Ocran. Read it one day at a time. Take your time, digest the ideas, and let's see you rise all the way to the top. You can call 024-9999-000 and get your copy for 250 Ghana cedis and allow it to inspire you, challenge you, and let's get testimonies about how this book has been a blessing to you. Thank you, and God richly bless you.
Welcome back to Springboard Hangouts with Comfort Ocran. Today the conversation is about inclusion, disability inclusion specifically. And we have Mr. Alexander Tetteh. He has been on the forefront of disability inclusion for the past 3 decades. Why? In Ghana, we'll say, etokule. Alex, you are welcome to Springboard Hangout.
Thank you very much, Comfort.
And then Mr. Elisha Foli, he has decided that he wants to look at how he can contribute to the issue of sustainability, to the issue of being innovative in his approach. So he sets up a business that looks at how they can turn the waste that you and I have been living on the street with coconuts. And you can see I'm wearing a very beautiful earring today. That is his product. Elisha, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. What makes disability so much a part of your life?
Thank you very much, Comfort. Actually, my life was, my life experience have actually given me that commitment
Right.
to pursue what I'm doing. I wasn't born disabled.
Okay.
I gained my disability when I was 6 years in a very challenging environment.
Okay.
I grew up as a shaman. Shaman Tulaku is such a slum area.
Right.
Opportunities are limited. I mean, we're living in a wooden structure, and so mother was selling the market woman, and father is a carpenter, and so I mean the whole environment, and it was just there was nothing about schooling. I mean everybody finding what to do in a day to get a living. So, but I, as a person with disability living there, decided that no, I have to change my story.
Right.
And the only way to change my story is through education. And so I pursued education. I didn't care to crawl to school, to walk in the mud. Sometimes I get to school, my uniforms are sweaty. I mean, the whole body is filled with mud. I go and sit, and nobody will want to sit by me because you know we are this mono dexes where somebody sits. We sit
Next to you is that, yeah.
Nobody will sit by me, but I don't care. I pursued. I mean, people in my environment would come and ask my parents, why do you disturb your poor disabled child? Can't he sit at home? And then my parents would tell him, please talk to him yourself, because whatever we tell him,
He
will
won't
not
hear.
agree. To the extent that the head teacher of my school came to my parents and asked them that they should allow me to stay at home and try to get some shoe shine box for me to I mean work at home and mend shoes and all that. But my parents said no. This boy, whatever you tell him, he won't listen. Once he's focused on going to school, if he doesn't go to school, one day he will not have peace at home. So allow him. He is okay. It's okay to walk in the mud. It's okay to crawl, because by then I crawl on the floor to school. I mean, so it was very challenging, but I was focused and was able to go to school. Sometimes there's no money. I have to, because I learned the trade from my father.
Right. As a carpenter.
Exactly. How to make chop box, how to make chairs and all that, and how to repair a few things. So I make money out of it. I make a chop box, put it by outside, and the people come to buy, and I make some money. Sometimes I help my mother in the market. So all the market women are my wives.
I can imagine.
So I mean, being able to make money myself give me a lot of confidence.
Right.
To pursue what I want to do regardless. And so I pursued and got to where I am. I don't want to bore you with long story.
Yeah.
But if you look at how I came up, there were barriers. There were barriers, even though I was determined. My determination was like 1,000%.
Which university did you go to?
Okay, I went to Accra Technical University.
Right.
And pursued my HND accounting.
Right.
And went ahead and met you in Gimpa.
Yes.
To do the masters in governance and leadership.
Right.
And so that is how I come. So it has given me a focus that how I grew up, the challenges I have to surmount.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow any person with disability to go through. Because in our environments where I grew up in, there were a number of persons with disabilities.
Right.
But they couldn't make it to where I am. Some have to commit suicide and all that. And each time I move to that area, people see me and they are proud. I become a story for people. So each time I'm not shy to tell them that this is where I grew up. This is the house. This is the building, and it's so dilapidated. I mean, you wouldn't want to be there now, but that is how.
That is the background. That is where you come from.
Exactly.
And that is where the story began. Without that beginning, there would be no story.
Sure. So that pushed me to pursue what I'm pursuing. And until my death, I'm going to pursue an inclusive society for persons with disability.
So what do you do presently and with your organization?
Sure. So presently what I do, because having experienced disability myself, and having been in the movement, I realized that livelihood is key.
Yeah.
And making income is paramount.
Right.
To be able to have your dignity, to be able to take decisions on your own and influence and contribute to decision making, you need to be able to be self-independent.
Right.
So I pursue the agenda of creating employment and skills development for persons with disabilities. So that is what my organization does. I set up the organization in 2008.
Right.
After I got the opportunity to go on scholarship with the Commonwealth, and that opened my
eyes to the possibilities,
horizon and perceptions, and gave me a lot of capacity.
Right.
I've presented on UN platforms and met other people, networked. So I decided that I would set up the Center for Employment of Persons with Disability to ensure that disabled people have work to do, they are able to contribute to society, they are able to make their own income, and not to beg on the streets, not to live on the beck and call of other people, but also to fend for themselves, contribute to their family. I have a beautiful wife, I have 4 children, and I've been able to take care of them. 2 have finished university, and the 2 are coming up.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is amazing. That as you're inspired.
I'm really
and
inspired.
That is why I brought the 2 of you together, because I felt that if I have one young person with disability and then this seasoned entrepreneur, something is bound to rub off, not just on you, but on our audience as well. Elisha, let's go into your story. You are helping me feel slightly better, not significantly. When I go and buy my coconuts by the roadside and they cut it and leave the shell, you know, and the chaff in the street, what exactly do you do? Why coconut, Mycocostuff?
Thank you very much. So Mycocostuff Ghana, the name it's from, so when you have the products, it's yours. So Mycocostuff.
Right.
So stuff's made out from coconuts.
Yeah.
So I started this because there was a lot of coconut waste in the environment. And where I live in Alajo,
Right.
anytime there is a downpour of rain, the whole place gets flooded.
Wow.
Yeah. So after the whole flooding has been cleared out, you see coconut waste in there, all over the place. So I asked myself, we are all, or some of us, some institutions in the country are focused on plastic waste, plastic waste, plastic waste. So why don't we shift our attention onto other waste? Then I took it upon myself that I will start in my own small way. Then I started this Mycocostuff Ghana. So transforming the coconut waste into sustainable products, eco-friendly products, like stylish products.
Like this cup
like
that
this
you can,
cup.
I mean, you can imagine you're having a party and you have this cup to use instead of the glass cup.
Yes.
This one wouldn't break, but this would help our environment. Yes, indeed.
Exactly.
Or in fact, even like my phone stand over here. I've stolen his phone stand. His phone was on it too. And I said, take your phone and put in my phone stuff on it. Yeah, yeah. And you can, as I said, my earring, just an ordinary cup mug that you can use in your house. And he says that he has different shakers. You know, this is the salt and pepper shake,
shaker.
you know, that you can use. If this one is, if you have a big restaurant. But if you don't, and it's your house, you can just get. So basically, he has a plate here. You know, it's lovely. And then you have your cutlery as well. So you can imagine you going to buy these unique products that
Mycocostuff.
Elisha does in Mycocostuff. Elisha, oh yes, and indeed, those of us who are in the fashion business, you have buttons here as well that you can use for your. So it could have been, yeah, it would have done well. Wow.
Yes.
It would have done well with my dress.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. So, were you also born a person with disability, or you also became disabled along the way?
So I wasn't born disabled.
Okay.
So in 2018, I had my second surgery, but the first one was in 2010. So when I was born, there were some small balls in my hand. There are still some left. So the first surgery was done in 2010 and the second in 2018. So after the first one in 2010, everything was okay, everything went well. But in 2016, getting to 2018, I began to feel some pain in the part that had the surgery. So we took it back to the hospital, then Ridge Hospital, now Greater Accra Hospital, to ask what the issue was. So fortunately for us, my mom and my dad, we met the same surgeon that did the surgery. And we explained everything to him. He was like, oh, yeah. I remember you that day. It was raining. You were the last person we operated. And I was like, oh, we thank God. At least you remember this patient. So I was surprised the surgeon told us that we should go look for the details of the surgery, like the folder, before he can do something about it. When my mom and dad told me, I was like, like what's happening?
For real?
Like for real, you're the same surgeon. I knew, like when I saw the face, I was like, yeah, this man, I know him, he also knows me, so it's a done deal for me. And he was telling me, like told my parents that we should go look for all this information. So we checked everywhere. At that time, I think they were about doing the renovation, so a whole lot of
was scattered.
So he said he can't do anything about it unless we go look for the folder. So we had to start the whole process again, go back to Mamobi General Hospital for them to refer us to Tetteh Military Hospital, for them to also start a whole thing also again. They said they would do another surgery. My parents were not in support of it, but they had no other option. We were just hoping that it would go well. But at the end, it didn't go well. At that time, too, my hand was just quelling in. So we couldn't do anything again. So they called us back in 2018 after a month later that they found the solution. They were taking some nerves from the right hand to bring to the left hand. My parents were like, no, they can't risk the right hand. So we just have to let it go. And it hasn't been easy.
Sorry.
It hasn't been easy. Even before the whole thing came about, after the first surgery in 2010, it wasn't easy because walking around with the scars on your hand wasn't easy. And now being in this space, being classified as a person living with disability, it hasn't been easy. From school to the area, to churches, to events, and even your old friends that do know you, like without this condition, now seeing you with this condition, they're like, is this you, Elisha? like they are confused because they didn't know you as a person with disability. And now you tell them you're a person living with disability. They're like, like, what happened? And I come to explain a whole lot of things to them. Yeah. So that's just by the way.
Yeah, you've heard these two stories. Now you would realize that both of them were not born with disability. Disability is it can happen to anybody. So when we say let's advocate for inclusion, it's because when we have an inclusive society, everybody, whether you have or you do not, depending on the available spaces that are opened, everybody can pursue his or her dream. So the question that I started with, why are we excluding over 3 million, a tenth of the population in Ghana? And if we continue driving the way we drive on our roads, guess what? The population will become even more. So what are you doing in your small corner? Springboard organized the Enterprise Spotlight. We were the technical partners. And we made a deliberate policy that we will have at least 5% of the entrants being persons with disability. Elisha took the opportunity, sent his application amongst 468. There was no special, should I say, place given to persons. It was a ground zero. Everybody had to have an innovative business idea. Yes, indeed, he got in the top 24. And he also got the opportunity to compete in the most resilient prize that we had specially set aside for persons with disability. And he won the persons with the most resilient prize for persons with disability. Elisha, well done.
Thank you very much.
So, Elisha,
yes.
What has been the most challenging whether decision or experience you've had being a person with disability, and how did you navigate that?
Thank you very much once again. So there was a time I went to town to get some materials for production. Then when I got to Accra, the whole place was very busy. Then these men that carry these bags. So I was just walking, checking out the things that I'll buy. And this man from behind was like, hey, Akwa Unsanya, like, chung. I was like, Charlie, I shouldn't have come here, crowd. Like, I should have sent someone. It happened, like, for a very long time. So there was a day that I was going. That day, it rained. So me going, the weather was already cold for me because when the weather is too cold, it really hurts my hand. So me going, I made up my mind that today, whatever happens, I just have to stand up for myself because already the weather is hurting me. So if you bring your wahala,
you would also wahala the person.
I also wahala the person. So the same thing happened, but it was a different person. But this one went too far. So I was buying this thing, I think the sandpaper or something like that, yeah. So I was just buying and this man came. Hey, like, sorry feel. Like, like that kind of word. Disabled people. Crowd. I was like, Charlie, man, we are all humans. What bahasa obey juma? Mesma bahasa obey juma. Usu ya dia meso bag bomechi. Yeni ye juma we pesca, meso be pesca. Intisa nyamana wakano. You shouldn't be telling me. Then the other women there, they were like, hey, I was like, no, this is not about like elderly matter. You are not speaking right to me. We are all equal. We are all like people. It's just that the situation in which I find myself, it's not good. That's why you are speaking to me that way. Nia also na na say ade na okita no ebetumi ahwe ne sisi ama bibia na ebetumi na ko hospital ama ebetwa ne baby sisi a njeno so and the women they just shut down. So when I spoke that kind of like thing to them, they were all quiet and I just left. So when I go back home, I was like today I've really stood up to fight for myself. Yeah. So the following month, I went back to the same place, and they treated me well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like my previous day.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So now, anytime I go to the marketplaces, instead of they like giving me the normal price, they sometimes reduce the prices for me and all this kind of thing. Yeah.
And that helps your business.
Yes, that helps a lot.
That helps your business. Yeah. Alex, so here we are, and it could be another story somewhere else. How do we as a society start realigning our thoughts, our actions, the way we look, the way we act towards persons with disabilities so that we can make it more inclusive for everyone to feel, quote unquote, free as a member of GH?
Yeah, thank you very much. In fact, I'm saddened by Elijah's story, and it actually represents the country, Ghana, the way we treat persons with disabilities. So I think society needs to recognize that persons with disabilities exist and that they should participate in whatever we do, whether in terms of transport, whether in terms of business, whether in terms of marketing and everywhere. In all our spaces, we should expect that persons with disabilities will be there. Sometimes you appear there and they ask you, oh,
what are you
here? You see, that kind of thing, it discourages. And for some of us who have been in the space for a long time, we survived because we stand up for some of these things. Even in school, you realize that your colleagues they gave me so many names from being called CACD. Some people call me CACD because they said I walk a lot, long distances. Some call me Pozo and all kinds of names, but I don't care. You understand? But other people will be discouraged by those names and things like that. So society must accept the fact that there are two people in the world, in existence, disabled and able. Okay. So once we have that mindset, we'll create our spaces for both of them.
Yes.
So, for example, I came in a wheelchair.
Yes.
You have made provision for me. You've created ramps through your stairs. So I don't feel that I sit in a wheelchair and other people are walking. I'm able to wheel my wheelchair into all your spaces, into your offices, and that makes me confident. That makes me part of the settings here.
Yeah.
So that is how society must see persons with disabilities.
So number one, we create disability-friendly spaces.
Exactly.
We also, the language that we use, we look for, we ensure to add the right terminologies, and then what else? So what the third thing that we could do?
The third thing we could do is attitude.
Attitude,
Attitude. Attitude is key. Sometimes people don't speak, but their body language will tell you that you are not welcome here. Sometimes they look at you with some kind of eye, and then you feel that, this guy, what is he talking about? So they look down upon you. Look at Elisha. He wasn't begging.
No.
He was going to do business.
Yes.
But who has the right to say that you don't belong here? It's a public space.
It is a public space.
to engage in our business.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for standing up for yourself and for other persons with disability.
Exactly.
Because I'm very sure that if somebody goes there again,
Yes.
that kind of language will not be prevalent.
Sure.
Right.
So until we persons with disabilities also take our lives into our hands, not to do any criminal act,
No,
but stay within the laws and defend ourselves. Okay, tell people that I'm a human being. I belong or have the right to do business here. I have the right to do this. I have the right to sit in the trotro. I have the right to education. I have a right to employment. You see,
Yeah.
until we begin doing that, people will look down upon us. Because every human being is selfish. They want to grab for themselves and not leave space for anybody. So, for persons with disabilities, it becomes so glaring and so annoying and so compounded because we are coming from a disadvantage point, and so we need to begin. And you know, some people say disabled people easily get angered. You see, disabled people are difficult to handle. It is not like that. It's because society always fights us.
Right.
Because society creates barriers.
Right.
So when you begin to fight those barriers, they say you are arrogant. They say you are difficult. They say you easily get angered. The point is that as I sit here, how I manage to sit, I may be having some pains in my body
Forgive.
and engaging in this conversation.
Yeah.
So if you add other things to like Elisha explained,
Yes, that day
I'm
he
carrying my own wahala.
Yes.
So
Bring it
Let me bring
another
another one, Charlie. Stay your wahala somewhere. Let me just fight through this
Let
pain.
me manage my own thing and then let me have my space. You understand? So disabled people go through their own personal challenges within. So society and external spaces,
Yeah.
engagements,
Yeah.
should not compound their problems.
Okay. Right.
We should rather give them access so that they can overcome those challenges they go through.
Thank you. Thank you.